Ballads, Stories in Verse, Part 7. You may also try out different expressions and sounds you can make with your voice. Each character in Captain Beaky has a different personality and way of speaking. Which verses sound better if your voice is loud, soft, deep, or high? How can you make the voices of different characters sound more like the characters? Which verses need to be spoken quickly to give a feeling of urgency? And which should be said in a threatening way to give a feeling of fear? Do not be afraid to try something different. Once your group is ready, you may perform your section of the ballad for entire class. Above all, have fun with this exercise. Captain Beaky, Jeremy Lloyd. Verse number 1. The bravest animals in the land are Captain Beaky and his band. That's timid toad, reckless rat, artful owl, and Betty Bat. March through the woodland singing songs that tell how they have righted wrongs. Verse 2. Once hissing Sid, an evil snake, kept the woodland folk awake, in fear and trembling every night, in case he gave someone a bite. Said artful owl. Verse number 3. Verse number 3 said, artful owl will lie in wait, and one of us will be the bait. Said Captain Beaky, have no fear, for I alone will be volunteer. For I alone will volunteer. No, make it me, said reckless rat. I'll stand there in my reckless hat. When hissing Sid picks up my trail, I'll just lasso him with my tail. Good idea, said timid toad. We'll hide a long way down the road, and when you've overcome resistance, we'll rush along to your assistance. It was verse 5 followed by verse 4, and now we go on to verse 6. Said Betty Bat, I've got a wheeze. I'll fly and hide up in the trees. If hissing Sid should slither by, I'll drop a boulder from the sky. Verse number 7 said artful owl, the idea's sound, how will you lift it off the ground? Poor Betty Bat just scratched his head. I hadn't thought of that, he said. Said owl. Now we get on to verse number 8, and verse number 8 says, said owl, the rest of us hold back. There is only one that he'll attack. Said timid toad, I like your plan. Good luck, said owl, for you're the man. Verse number 9. So timid toad, his eyes a popping, into the woodland night went hopping. Captain Beaky waved his hand, followed with his trusted band. That's artful owl and reckless rat. Above the trees flew Betty Bat. That was verse number 9, and then there are many more verses to follow as well. We'll get along with them in our next video as we continue with this ballad, a story in verse.